when we subtract 4-digit numbers, the idea is the same as what we already know about smaller numbers. But now we also have the thousands place. So while subtracting, we must pay careful attention to the place values thousands, hundreds, tens and ones. Let's begin with subtracting 4687 minus 1245. To solve this easily, we'll arrange it vertically. While arranging, we make sure that each digit is placed under the correct column. We subtract from right to left. So in ones place we have 7 minus 5 equals 2. In the tens place we have 8 tens minus 4 tens, which is 4. In the hundreds place we have 6 minus 2 equals 4. And in the thousands place we have 4 minus 1 equals 3. So the final answer is 3442. Here, each digit on the top was larger than the digit below. So we didn't need any borrowing here. Now let's look at a case where borrowing is needed. We'll first arrange them into their place values. We see that in the ones place we have 1 minus 6, which is not possible. So we borrow 110 from the tens place. 110 equal 10 ones. So the ones place becomes 11 and the tens place reduces by 1. So 2 becomes 1. So now we can subtract 11 minus 6 equals 5. So now we move to the tens place. Here we have 1 minus 7, which is not possible. So we borrow 100 from the hundreds place. 100 equals 10 tens. So the 110 becomes 11 tens and the 300s reduces to 200s. Now we can subtract 11 minus 7, which is 4, and we'll move to the hundreds place. Here in the hundreds place we have 2 minus 4, which is again not possible. So we borrow from the thousands place. 1000 is again 10 hundreds. So the 200s become 1200 and 1000 reduces by 1. So 5 becomes 4. Now subtracting 12 minus 4, we have 8, and in the thousands place 4 minus 2 equals 2. So the final answer we got is 2845. Now let's look at this example. First we will place them vertically. In the ones place we have 2 minus 8, which is not possible. So we try to borrow from the tens place. But the tens digit is 0. So 0 cannot give anything. So we move to the hundreds place to borrow. When we borrow from the hundreds place, we are actually regrouping all the place values. 100 equals 10 tens. So 600 will become 500 and in the tens place we will have 10 tens. Now we give 110 to the ones place. So that makes 12 ones, and after giving away 110, in the tens place we have 9 tens. That is why the 0 turns to 9. Now we can subtract normally. 12 minus 8, 4, 9 minus 7, 2, 5 minus 3, 2, 5 minus 2, 3. So the final answer is 3224. Now let's look at a case where borrowing travels across two zeros. First we'll arrange the numbers vertically in their place values. So when we look at the ones place, we have 3 minus 7. 3 is less than 7, so we need to borrow here. But we see that in the tens place and hundreds place, we have zeros. So here we need to borrow from the thousands. We know that 1000 equals 10 hundreds. So 4000 will become 3000 and we will have 10 hundreds. Now one of these hundreds will become 10 tens. So we will have 9 hundreds and 10 tens here. Now one of these tens will become 10 ones. So we will have 13 ones and 9 tens. So in case of borrowing where we travel across zeros, the zeros turn into nines. Now we can subtract step by step. 13 minus 7 equals 6. 9 minus 6 equals 3, 9 minus 8 is 1 and 3 minus 1 equals 2. So, the final answer is 2136. Let us remember the most important idea here. Borrowing is actually regrouping place values. 1000 equals 10 hundreds, 100 equals 10 tens, 110 equals 10 ones. When we understand this, subtraction with borrowing becomes much easier.